TechTV here in Austin. I'm Ben Wodecki, and I'm really pleased to be joined by Al Brown, the CTO for aiWARE at Veritone. Al, how's it going?
It's going amazing. Thank you for having me.
No, it's a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much. So we're talking today a little bit about what you do at Veritone, some of the work you're doing, but just off the bat, because there's some people out there that might not know what you guys do, talk to us a bit about some of the solutions that you're working on.
I would love to. So Veritone is a public AI company. We were founded in 2014, so we're about 8 years old right now. We have a few different divisions, so one of the things that I'm proud of is our energy division. The energy business unit allows us to actually optimize grids and microgrids to actually make the grids more reliable and actually put renewables on the grid in a way where it doesn't break them. Second, we have government legal and compliance, which is really helping all of our governments be more transparent and more open with it by taking the data they have and then helping get it out, whether through FOIA requests or others, into the public thing. And then on the other side, we have media entertainment, or commercial enterprise as we call it, which is really helping us apply AI to sports and to media and really do amazing things with that. The last group inside of Veritone is aiWARE, which is really our enterprise software platform, and that's the part that I'm a part of. And I'm super proud by what we're able to do because that's actually the key to our success, being able to process all the content we have through the 400 plus different AI engines we have on our platform and power all these solutions.
So the thing that one of the most exciting things that you guys are doing is you work in the media. Can you go through and talk to us a little bit about that?
I would love to talk about that. So what we're really doing in the media side is we're really helping fans engage with the content providers and helping increase that dialogue. So if you look at what we're doing with SportX, we're actually allowing and providing this ability for fans to find and discover all of this premium content they didn't have access to and then run it through AI and get better results and better information about it. With OptiVoice platform powered by Stats Perform and Veritone, we're actually taking all this in-game actions and putting it in the voice of the announcers they actually love, that the fans love, for the teams that they want. So they can hear their particular team with their particular announcer, the way they want it, with emotion and background noise, and just like they were there, with that announcer speaking it. Then what we're actually doing is we're actually helping them monetize the federations and really monetize that content. So now they can actually go online, they can find the content, and you can go back for 50 plus years and find whatever game footage you're looking for and whatever content around it. And then the last side, as fans actually re-engage in sports and in particular media and go back to these events, we're really helping them with security and starting to track and really help make sure that everybody is safe. And then the last part of it, as all these stadiums and everybody gears up because people are coming back, we're actually helping on the hiring side to actually bring in all the right employees at the right time so that everything is safe and functions well.
So Al, one thing I wanted Mythical Morning. So for those who don't know, it's arguably one of the biggest YouTube channels on the platform, millions of subscribers. They're using your voice as a service solution, correct?
Yes, they are.
Talk to us, how important is it that you guys are working with one of the biggest names on arguably one of the internet's biggest platforms?
I'd say it's very important, but what's more important to me is that we actually get to help our customers. And if you look at Good Mythical Morning, through the voice as a service on top of Veritone, they're actually able to dramatically increase the market and the reach that they can get to. And I think that's important. Whether they're a really big channel or whether they're just an early channel getting started, it's very important for us to help them and to grow their markets and provide a better service to their customers.
So I think another reason why I'm excited about it is because of this whole idea of being able to generate content using AI. It's huge right now with generative AI tools, but it's also coming a lot with voice, and we've seen that from the work that you guys are doing with your solution. But one thing, there is obviously a wider issue around deepfakes and obviously intellectual property ownership rights. So for you guys at Veritone, how important is it to get it right?
So I think I'm a big believer in Boy Scouts philosophy. You got to leave the place better than you found it. And so I wouldn't necessarily say to get it right, because I think you can only say that this is right when you're looking backwards. But however, I want to do the best I possibly can today for our rights holders and for our customers, and to make sure that A, we have their permission, B, we actually watermark everything that's generated through our platform so we can actually trace it back to where did it come from, was it ours, what's that whole process that generated it, and really be held accountable to making sure we're doing the right things all the way through the board. Another example of this is part of the training program for the voice. we actually require them to say, that voice author, whoever has that voice, to say, I authorize Veritone to actually use it. And then they're part of that process for everything we generate as well.
Well, let's hope that going forward, Veritone can join and set the example of that. I want to come on to your work in sport. Huge football fan, or soccer as it should be called here in Austin.
Yep.
You're one of the leaders in that area, and you're doing a lot of interesting stuff, but can you share some of the newer stuff that you guys are working on?
I would love to share some of the new stuff. So, we just announced SportX. SportX is really a fan engagement with the actual federation to get access to all this content powered by AI. Then the next part of what we're actually doing is really through our voice as a service platform, but instead of actually feeding in podcasts and what the actual content author is actually doing, we're actually feeding in-game metrics and actions that are happening so that the fans can really engage into that fan through an auditory environment with their favorite announcer, with their favorite teams, with the background noise. We're also doing it in terms of adding in the announcer's voice as well through that voice platform, particular content that's relevant to the actual fans, the listeners, so that way we can give them the right information at the right time. The next part of it, again, is towards monetization. So we really need the monetization. We really help everybody monetize the content they have and make it available to them. The last part is really, as I mentioned before, the security. And so as we're all going back, even at this conference, we need to be careful. There's still COVID around. We still have to be safe. And so we need the people, and we actually need to make sure that we're all following the best practices. And so we're providing solutions around that for security, as well as for hiring the right people to actually make sure the event is staffed and safe.
So Al, one final point. Last year you announced your voice platform. This year you've gone for SportX, but what can we expect from Veritone and yourself, of course, over the next 12 months?
I'll have to keep you posted. I can't really, we're a public company, so I can't really share things before we announce them, but expect great things.
So hopefully this time next year, in this very spot?
There will be lots of things to talk about.
I look forward to that. Until then,
same here.
Thank you for your time, Al.
You're welcome, thank you.
All the best, thank you.